Hello and welcome. My name is Dr. Danielle Deavours, and I am the professor for Mass Communication 100 Intro to Mass Media. This is for our fall 2021 course. I hope you have had a great summer and are prepared for a wonderful fall semester. This video will kind of take you through introductions of both myself as well as the overall course. And then we will have one more video for this week where you will look at syllabus and class expectations. So let's get started in getting to know one another. I've put together a little slideshow about myself to tell you a little bit more about me. Now, I have been an assistant professor here at the University of Montevallo in multimedia journalism for over a year now. And I am so excited to really delve more into the University of Montevallo campus because of an autoimmune issue that I have. I have actually not been on campus all last year either due to COVID. And so this will be my first year back on campus. And I'm very excited. Although this class is online asynchronous, I want you to know that you can always come by and stop by Strong Hall. My office is 137. So please come by, check and make sure I'm not a robot or someone just speaking to you through video. But know that I am here, I'm on campus, and I'm happy to help you in whatever way you need. Now, I just recently received my doctorate in media sociology from the University of Alabama. I also have a master's in communication management from UAB, as well as a bachelor's degree in telecommunication and film and political science from the University of Alabama. So roll tide, people. Now, prior to becoming a professor and working in academia, I spent 15 years as a broadcast journalist and then worked 5 years in nonprofit PR for organizations such as the American Heart Association, UAB Medicine, and the American Red Cross. Now, I have had the pleasure of getting to experience some amazing things as a broadcast journalist, being able to go to places all around the country, interviewing celebrities, as well as even presidents of the United States. With my work in public relations, I was able to help fundraise and raise money for causes that I was very passionate about. And I really just love media and the ability for media to tell stories, bring people together, and show people different perspectives of the world that they didn't know existed. And so that's really the kind of background and energy that I want to bring to Mass Communication 100 to give you insight into the world of media so you can get to know us a little bit better. Now, speaking of getting to know you, I have been married to my husband, Patrick, for over 12 years now. He is also a broadcast journalist. He worked as a videographer, primarily in sports for local television stations, but now works as a videographer for Children's of Alabama, the hospital and their nonprofit organization. We have a 6-year-old daughter named Skylar and 2 dogs, Jammer and Riggs. I'm sure you will hear examples of them throughout the semester. But this is my family and a little bit more about my personal life. Now, if you can't tell from the photos selected, I am a bit of a nerd. I will say that proudly. Me and my family, we love Disney. My daughter and I are pretty obsessed with Harry Potter. We just got back from Universal this summer for the first time, and she was so excited. But I also love to travel, and I love going to different places around the world. I've been to England and Paris many times, and I'm really hoping to get back into travel soon as the Delta variant subsides. So as you get to know me, I also want you to get to know the class that you're about to take for the rest of the semester. What is Mass Communication 100? Well, it's really a way that you can survey and look at all forms of mass communication. Now, most of you probably think that you're experts in mass communication, given that you use it every single day and have your entire life. But it's really a class that helps you understand what mass communication really is, how it's defined, different models and theories of mass communication, although those theories are super basic, but also just looking at the various mediums, their history, what they are like currently, and then the social and influential impact that they have on our culture. So these are some of the areas that we'll be looking at throughout the semester. I will say that there are some weeks where the the topic may not interest you as much as others. Maybe you never look at magazines, but it's important to remember the impact that they have on our overall culture, even if you individually do not use them. So that's why we kind of go through a survey of this course. And what we find is that students typically get value and interest in a certain section, even if they don't find that particular medium something that they use very often. So I just want to encourage you to always have an open mind each week as we're going through that. Even if it's not your favorite mode of communication, you can still learn and gain a lot from it. Now, in terms of what you learn, we really focus our mass communication class on how media has evolved and the influence that media can have on our lives. In terms of media convergence, we're really looking at the business practices as well as how different mediums are coming together and blending in the digital age. So we take you through a look of the history of those mediums, as well as what they're doing right now, so that you can better understand how you both consume and produce media in your daily lives. So we really want to look at those social issues that are revolving around forms of mass communication and media, so you can know how you can impact society for the better through media. Now, this class, if you're not aware, is online asynchronous, which means that we do not meet by Zoom. We will never meet in person, although you are welcome to make in-person appointments with me or even Zoom appointments. Instead, we're going to be learning at your own pace through modules in Canvas. So you will have a module each week that goes through one of the topics in your textbook. So you need to make sure that you're doing your textbook reading and watching the lecture videos online that are posted. And I do suggest doing the weekly modules in the order that they're posted. I've taken a lot of time to kind of go through and make sure that the assignments are in order, so that when you're working through week one, you want to start by watching the first video, then go to discussion one, then watch the second video, then read the document. And so you can do that at your own pace, do it all in one day or spread it out throughout the week. But this allows you some flexibility in the way that you learn. In terms of your grades, you're going to have 4 exams, but only 3 count. So your lowest exam grade is automatically taken out, gives you a bit of leniency in case you don't do well on one. And then you're going to have 10 digital literacy worksheets through a MediaWise video series produced by author John Green. These are really meant to help you understand the digital world as well as social media a little bit better, so that you can become more informed citizens. Then you get to learn from each other through 20 discussion board posts. You will do your original post by Friday of every week, and then reply to 2 peers by Sunday of that same week. And then that way you get to learn what other people think about media and how they use it, so that you can broaden your perspectives and see outside of your own point of view. There's also a final media project, which you will get more information about, but this will allow you to kind of delve into one of the aspects of media that you're most interested in. Now, in terms of tips for success, there is a document in week one called Tips for Success in MC 100. I suggest you do review it, but here are some of the main points. Make sure you read the syllabus, particularly that the expected schedule, because you can use it as a checklist to make sure you're doing all the work you need. Make sure you buy the textbook. I know that textbooks are expensive. This one is not all that expensive online. You can get it through the UM bookstore. If you're using scholarship money, particularly, you can also look at running it through a service like Amazon if that's cheaper. Additionally, I do want you to know that I'm going to put a textbook copy in the library to be able to be checked out and used, just in case you cannot financially afford the textbook. I want to make sure that everyone has access to the textbook, because it's so important for your learning that you read each chapter. Also, make sure you sign up for announcement alerts in Canvas, because this is how I communicate to the class. If you don't have your announcements set up, it will not email you, and it can be sometimes difficult to miss an announcement that might be timely. Make sure you pay attention to the deadlines. The hardest one, I think, for students is that discussion board where you need to post your original one by Friday and then reply to your peers by Sunday. Canvas is always going to show the Sunday deadline, but that's the deadline that you need to reply to your peers. So make sure you're submitting your original post by Friday and then getting your peer replies in by Sunday. And that's the same way we're going to do it throughout the semester. So you'll get into a routine. Make sure you don't wait to the last minute to do things, because oftentimes in an independent course, you'll prioritize things that actually have times on them, classes that meet in person. Don't do that, because what happens is you will get so behind and won't have enough time to do the actual work. Try to pace yourself, give yourself a day and a time when you're actually going to sit down and do MC 100 work. This is what has been most successful for students who have taken this class in the past. Make sure you're watching my lecture videos, because I would say about 60% of the exam material comes from lecture videos, while the other 40% will come from the textbook as well as discussion board posts. And make sure you're taking notes while you're watching the lectures, just like you would in any other class. You are free to speed up my videos, slow them down, whatever pace works best for you. But make sure that you're taking notes, because your exams will be open book, open note. And so the more information you take down while you're watching the lectures, the better you'll do. And then finally, I know it can be hard in an online asynchronous class to feel connected or feel like you can reach out to your instructor. Please do not feel that way with me. I am super open to helping students. I love my students. They are the best. And I never want you to feel like you are alone in this course. So please feel free to contact me at any point. Here's my email, my phone number. You can contact me through Canvas or even on Twitter. And so please feel free to reach out anytime you need anything from me. I am always here for you. And, new this semester, you can stop by my office. And so I really look forward to us having a great fall semester together. Now that you've gotten to know me a little bit better, I would like to get to know you. So hop into that first discussion board post called Getting to Know You, and make sure that you tell me a little bit about you, following the information that I'm asking for. Then find 2 people in the class who've posted that have something similar to you and share that similarity with them. I look forward to getting to know all of you, and I will see you in our next video about syllabus and class expectations.